Today we're going to take a minute and talk about the power that comes in your life when you become great at sales. What is sales really? Nothing more than your ability to influence other people. And if you're asking yourself, what does this have to do with multifamily real estate investing? Everything. But it's not just in business that you're selling and influence. It's every day with people like your family, your friends, your associates, your children. In the multifamily space, of course, it's partners, investors, brokers, property managers, lenders, and on and on. So what does it take to be great at sales? First, you have to believe in whatever you're trying to sell or influence someone else to do, be, or have. If you don't wholeheartedly believe in your product or service or, frankly, yourself, they're going to know because you won't be congruent. Next, you have to have passion. Passion is the only thing that will inspire the people that you're trying to influence. Now, how do you develop passion? Well, you have to love what it is you're talking about. Now, what's important to remember is that people buy based on emotion, not on logic. Your ability to influence and sell isn't as much about selling something, but more about earning someone's respect and trust. They're more buying you than the product or the service. Besides, believing in whatever you're selling and having a clear sales process as well, the most important piece of the transaction is how they feel when they engage with you. Now, when you approach an opportunity to sell or influence coming from a place of serving instead of selling, you're going to be successful. The best influencers on the planet ask the best questions. Now, what you tell someone is not nearly as important as the questions you ask. The best influencers and salespeople guide the conversation by asking the right questions. That way, when a decision is made, it's actually being made by the other person. Now, a lot of people believe that selling means that you're the one doing the talking, but candidly, the best salespeople and influencers are the best listeners. The best influencers and salespeople focus on making a client or a customer, not just on making a sale. Now, in this new interconnected world we live in, education-based selling has become the most effective way to sell or to influence. When someone adds value and educates their prospects, then having them purchase a product or service becomes easy. A good salesperson knows they have to ask because you get nothing if you don't ask. The best salespeople know that most sales come from repeated contacts. 80% of sales are made on the 5th to the 12th contact. Now, the best salespeople and influencers also practice their craft time and time again because repetition is the precursor to skill. Now, I love this quote by the founder of Mary Kay Cosmetics, Mary Kay Ash. And she said, pretend that every single person you meet has a sign around their neck, his or her neck, that says, make me feel important. Not only will you succeed in sales, but you'll succeed in life. Successful influencers and salespeople consciously make a decision to be successful. When you become extraordinary at your ability to influence and sell, you have the ability to make the world a better place by influencing people positively, or you can make it worse by influencing them negatively. Now, I know if you're listening to me, which it's going to be for you, but the best influencers and salespeople that I know consciously decide exactly what it is they want from a transaction or interaction, and they operate inside of something they love to do. And as I said, they're also great listeners. They also don't fear objections because they realize that an objection is really just a request to have more information. They never start marketing and keeping the top of that sales funnel filled with prospective clients or prospects. They always have more people to meet with than they have time for. They also have perseverance and they're lifelong learners, and they manage their time very effectively. Now, their number one core value is integrity. They treat others like they'd like to be treated, and they also realize they have to make some sacrifices to be successful. They wake up in the morning and say, this is going to be an amazing day. And they realize that if they're struggling with their selling, that the first thing they should do is look in the mirror and check their attitude. The best influencers and salespeople add the most value. Now, when you care about your customers, clients, prospects, and you focus on adding as much value as possible, success is inevitable. I'm Khleif, wishing you incredible passion and massive success in your business and in your life.